more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, Top Billin, there's nothing scarier than a team that you would have to say is probably the best in the country that has a huge chip on its shoulder with something to prove. So when your back's against the wall, you tend to go outside of yourself. So we see right here on first down, a base down, right? 11 personnel. So I'm sorry, usually with 11 personnel, you would counter with your nickel personnel, right? However, you can do so a myriad of ways. So being as though Alabama's a natural odd front team, you would see more than likely them still with a couple of outside linebackers here to patrol the flats, right? But what they've done, I've noticed a lot in the spring game, is they're letting these boys hunt upfield, right? Letting these boys hunt and then letting the speed guys, the second level guys here, whether it be a star like Patrick Surtain here who bumps inside on nickel downs, and then of course guys like Dylan Moses and your guys like Josh McMillan and these guys on the second level. So I like that kind of defensive evolution. You got guys on the team like Kevin Harris and all these guys who haven't necessarily played linebacker or Yabi Anoma. That makes it much easier for these guys just to do what they do and hunt and get upfield, right? So that's scary in itself. But let's just look how it plays out in some of these sequences. All right, before that, a quick primer for those of you who may not know what Alabama has been about the past 12 or so years here. But you see the normal odd front alignment right here. You even got a shade one technique here, and I believe DJ Dell. You see your two outside linebackers here, Jennings and Yabi Anoma right here. And then you see pretty much what you expect right here. You know, your safeties bump down here, and then you have your boundary corner. So they countered this because in this particular play, they're going against 12 personnel here. So one back and two tight ends here. So you got Latu and Miller Forrestal right here. But you can see right here, it just usually allows your outside linebackers to be out in space. You see Yabi Anoma, he really wants to hunt right here. So he is pretty much fooled on this particular play. A boot out the backside right here, get the ball to the flat to Miller Forrestal, and then look who has to run them down, your space guys right here. So it happens that way anyway, but it could probably be a lot easier from an even front and Yabi Anoma not really having to worry about anything but just getting upfield. All right, here's one right here. We see 1st and 10. What do you have here? Even front alignment. Yabi Anoma adding in, and I believe LeBron Ray right here. So normally when you're in an even front, your technique's going to be a little bit tighter to the tackles instead of being as an outside linebacker pushed out towards 7 technique or even a 9 technique, right? So 11 personnel, you can just see them hunt and get upfield right here. LeBron Ray quick off the snap right here going against Alex Leatherwood. Front facing play action fake from Tua Tagovailoa right here. You're just going to see kind of a peel back screen. I wonder if the pressure right here, LeBron Ray really getting the pressure in on Alex Leatherwood from a tighter technique right here caused more of an errant throw than we're used to seeing from Tua right here. Or maybe he was really trying to throw the ball to Coach Saban right here. So that would have been kind of dope if he did that. My man Saban would have broke somebody off and hit him with the muscle relaxer in the open field probably. But as you can see for real though, in even front alignment, you can get that quicker pressure and you can do a lot with the personnel, especially when you're a versatile team with versatile personnel like Alabama's. All right, we can see that play right here from the high end zone view and see how it looks right here. So we'll look at it. You have a 2-eye from Raekwon Davis. Him at a 2-eye, I absolutely love. You can get that in a 4-point on an even front alignment in a 4-man front here. I believe DJ Dell right here at a pretty much a 2 technique. So you have guys right here who can tie up a couple of blockers still, just like it's an even front defense, and allow these guys to kind of work their magic in more of an isolation. So almost a 9 technique. If you really look at it, really kind of close to it for Yabi Anoma. So you put him out in space, but you let him put his hand in the ground, right? And let him get that sprinter stance, and you get that power. His ability to convert speed to power is going to be a lot better from a 3-point stance opposed to a 2-point stance. You know, you wouldn't sprint out of the blocks standing straight up, would you? Not at all. And LeBron Ray here as your base end, playing him over the strength of the defense right here. So in case runs are going this way, you have a more stouter end going on right here. So, and this also allows, if you see right here, for a guy like Dylan Moses to technically be covered up. You can play him right behind Raekwon Davis. Same thing with Josh McMillan right here playing behind Dell. All right, so I want you to pay attention again. Money down this time, 3rd and 8. Ayabi Anoma getting upfield. So to me, even when I seen Ayabi Anoma in this spring game, he looked kind of lost to me as an outside linebacker, having to try to roam shallow zones and play in the flat and stuff. But I like what I see from him just getting upfield. Check him out going against Alex Leatherwood right here. Nice off the snap right here. Probably could get his pad level down a little bit more, necessarily stand straight up, try to really get that pad level a little bit more flatter, and then try to shoot to the edge right there. But it's something he'll learn. He's still young in his technique right here, kind of a raw football player. But looking right there, get the hands on the outside. I always want you to be first right here, but you kind of a meeting at the minds. Maybe if Tua would have slid back up in the pocket right here, if he saw something, or just originally just got out of there or whatever, this probably wouldn't have been a sack. But the fact that he held on to the ball a little bit longer, and Anomi was able to get on a kind of a redirect right here and keep grinding away, he's able to get the spring game touch sack right here. So that's pretty good. It looks like Tua was about to come out the back right here though, but he get the touch sack on Alex Leatherwood. Telling you right now, you got to get that organic pressure popping. Can't be blitzing, and there's a lot of sacks that are gone now with Quentin Williams and Isaiah Buggs and Christian Miller and these guys. So maybe simplifying it for these guys on the line of scrimmage, like an Ayabi Anoma, that could be pretty scary. Can't even front. All right, same play, but we see it from the high end zone view right here. So I really like to look at this view to really see what they think about these players. Now look. Noma's really stretched out to the 9, so they put him in a lot of space right here. He's almost bumping the receiver right here, Devontae Smith, who's in a cut split, right? So then you got your base in. You're playing him pretty wide as well. He's head up over the tight end right here in kind of a 7 technique. And then you have, I'm not sure exactly who this is right now. But you have him at a 3 technique, so you allow him to get upfield as well. But he can also tie up a couple of blockers and really let Ayabi Anoma run the arc right here. So let's let it go. So that's LeBron Ray. So you're playing LeBron Ray this time, who was a base end. You're playing him next to a Anoma, so you can get a lot of different wraps and stunts off that. You still got Raekwon Davis right here. I'm at a 2 technique, but then you don't flipped and put your boy Anthony Jennings, who's normally your stand-up outside linebacker, let him put his hand in the dirt on the money down and rush against Womack there. So we already know how it develops and everything, but you can see the spacing right there. That's different. And they're playing man coverage right there. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but when you play a team and you see what Clemson did to your offense, Clemson plays their ball just like this, and this type of alignment and everything. So there's no telling. They maybe, if you have a tough game against somebody, maybe try to lift some of the things that they do. So that's not a bad idea at all. But it is a bad idea though to lift my sayings. But we don't need to get into that again. All right, so we see a lot of the guys on the rotation right here. So they're back in the 3-4. Check my boy out right here, Kevin Harris. Know this kid extremely well. I think he's going to be an absolute star for the Tide. But it kind of hurts me when I seen this kid rack up double-digit sack seasons at a powerhouse school here in Georgia, but having to turn and run with the tight end right here. So I just want to see my man Kevin Harris get upfield. But as you can see right here, the duties are different. He has to become a linebacker right now, so he's trying to press a tight end. Now he has to turn and run with him, so that's a little bit different right here. But I like the results of this particular play because my boy Shane Lee, look at Shane Lee, man. Shane Lee out there looking like Devin White, got that same kind of build and everything like that. So be on the lookout for Shane Lee. They're recruiting that DMV area pretty good. So we'll see if that continues right there. But Shane Lee. All right, last one right here. Hashtag real men watch to the end. You see you see 4 down linemen, put it this way. You see 4 down linemen. You could almost treat this as an underfront and kind of say that Anoma is playing more of a strong side linebacker in the underfront. But we know what it is. But the fact that they would let the edge player on the weak side still put their hand in the ground, right? So Yabi Anoma right here is on a bump out because you got two tight ends right here, flex. So you have a tight end and then a wing player there. So his duty is to, of course, have contain, and he may have to go into the flat depending on what one of these guys does. But I think he just rides contain right here and does a good job of funneling the play back on the inside. Yeah, so both of these guys are just blocking. So he has the run contain. Everybody's doing pretty good with the gap integrity right here off of that 4-man front. Really nowhere for Najee Harris to go because his first inkling is to bounce everything to the outside, but get your ass upfield, big man, one of these days. But nothing there, right? Everybody converging on him. So there you have it, man. Obviously, this is just a spring game, so we can't read a lot into some stuff, but we just have to go by what we see on the film. Could be a bit of a defensive evolution there. We've already seen a big time offensive evolution by Alabama. And I always say this. Everybody's wanting to be a 3-4 like Alabama, right? So you know what's going to be the switch up and what really excels? What Clemson's doing, being a 4-3 team. Maybe a team like Michigan out there, some of these 4-3 teams, because it'll become a switch up from what you normally see on your schedule. Same thing on the offense. Everybody wants to run a spread, right? Eventually, it's going to go back. It's all cyclical. It's going to go back until people run in more pro concepts, and then that'll be the switch up. But if you're not evolving, you're being left behind, and I don't never see Nick Saban being left behind. As great as he is, you notice that he's always kind of stayed a little bit ahead of the curve, right? For sure. But let me know what you think. Could it be a defensive evolution there in Tuscaloosa? Just let me know right there in the comment section, all right? But as always, hashtag real football heads, hashtag real men watch to the end. Thank you. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King. I'll holla. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.